Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're going to see how to set up a material set and also how to generate it automatically. So therefore, we will go in the material sets. Yeah, we will see how to set up a panel as well as the edge bending and how we combine this to a material set and how to generate this automatically, as well as how to use material sets in the TrunCAD project. So therefore, we start today here in the material sets. And when there are any questions, just let me know in the chat. So first of all, we go here on the material set and we click here on the three dot button, and then the window for the material set is opening. Yeah, you see here your saved all material sets, and here are saved all the panels. Yeah, and further down we have here the edge bendings. So today we want to create a completely new material, so that's why we are clicking here on the three dot button, and a new window is opening, and we check now the texture folder. Yeah, so we go here in texture and click here on the three dot button, and then the texture folder is opened here, and we go here in the Egger 2024 folder, and here we see new material sets. So some of them are not in TrunCAD, so we will pick a new one and we will choose this. So we will choose here the Egger H1710. So that means we click on it and or we double click it and then it's linked. Yeah, and now we give it also as a name, and here I don't call it Egger because we have a webinar. I call it now, instead of Egger, webinar H1710, and we call it also 18 millimeter. Yeah, that we have it in a name. And here for the thickness, we also type in 18 millimeter. So you can also type in here the price per square meter, and here you can also type in the raw length and raw width of the panel. So this is not rotatable, so we don't use a checkbox. Yeah, when you have a CNC, you can also activate formatting on CNC, and here you can also type in a waste factor. So, and that is here is the material, it's per square meter. Um, we don't need a description here, but you can do it. And the density we don't need in this case, neither. So we click now on save, and you see we just created here a new material panel, and we want to do the same for an edge bending, and that's why we click here also on the three dot button, and here we go also to the texture three dot button, and we open here the Agar 2024 folder, and here we are scroll down to the 1710. That is here, and then we open it. So here the edge bending is in meter, and here we can choose the thickness of the edge bending. Yeah, and here we will create a few more. Yeah, we can start with 2 millimeter, and here we also we can copy this. Yeah, we call it also webinar H1710, and here we type in 2 millimeter, and we save this. So we can also use this as a template when we click on here again. Yeah, and then we can here also give it a price. I forgot it. I save it again, and this is we can use as a template. So we click on the three dot button again, and when we want to have this edge bending also for 1 millimeter, then we can keep the link. Now we can keep the name. We just need to change here the 1 millimeter, and here's the thickness. Yeah, and we save it. And now we created the second edge bending. And when you want to have it also for 0.5 millimeter, we use it as a template as well. Click here again and change the thickness to 0.5. And here also 0.5. And we save it again. Yeah. And when we go here and scroll down, you see here it's our new material, webinar H1710 for 0.5 millimeter, 1 millimeter, and 2 millimeter. Yeah, that is what we just created now. So, and here we just have one material set created, which has a thickness of 18 millimeter. So, and now what we could do is we can here also copy and paste it. Yeah, then you see we have here the material with an edge bending on the front and in the back. And we could give it here also a name and save it. But in this case, we want to use a new function that we create automatically new material sets. And therefore, we need to go in the TrunCAD ini file to define the new material sets. So when you go in your folder, yeah, in the TrunCAD folder, I will close this. Yeah, you find it here in mostly in the software folder, which is installed in C. And here you see the TrunCAD folder. And here, when you scroll down, you find a TrunCAD 20xx ini file, or when you have the view like me, you have here the TrunCAD 20xx for configuration settings. Yeah, we double click this. Yeah, here you see also it's open now in the editor, and you see here's a TrunCAD 20xx.ini file. This is what we need. And here you scroll down through the bottom. So, and here you can define your material sets. Therefore, you need to have this the sign. I just check it. So that are the square brackets. Yeah, so you open the square bracket, type in mat set auto and close the square bracket. And here you can define your material set. Yeah, so we start with mat set 1 equals, and here we type in 2 underline 2 underline 2 underline 2. That means we have here on the front and the back 2 mm edge banding and left and right 2 mm edge banding. So the second material set has just on the front and the back an edge banding, but not on the left and the right. So the third material set here, it just has 2 mm edge banding on the front, and back, left and right side, there's no edge banding. So fourth material set has 2 mm edge banding on the front and the rest 2.5 mm. So mat set 5, there's always in big capital letters X underline X underline X underline X. There's nowhere an edge banding. So the sixth material set has every edge 1 mm edge banding, and here you see it's going on. Yeah, so here you can define your edge bandings, and what we are doing now, I will create here a mat set 9 equals, and here I want to have 0.5 mm edge banding for the front, 0.5 back, 0.5 left side, and 0.5 for the right side. Yeah, that is now the ninth material set, and we click on File and save it. So when you save it, please make sure to close TrunCAD. So we don't need to save it now, and we are opening it again. So because now the TrunCAD ini file is getting loaded, and in a few seconds after TrunCAD has started, we can create automatically with one click the 9 material sets which we defined in here. So just takes a few more seconds. It's already here in the background. I will maximize it. So, and we go to the material set here again, and here we can use a filter, or we can double click here on material. Then we get here also a bigger window with all the material sets. And here we can also filter for the material 1710. Yeah, you see we don't have here any material yet because it's not existing yet. These material sets I've made for the German webinar. So, but for the 10, that is for the English language. We don't have any. So we are going here to the three dot button, open the material set, and here we load our material 18 mm material age webinar age 1710. And here we click now on auto, and here we need to click on yeah, which means yes. And then the material sets are getting created automatically. Yeah, and it will be the 9 material sets which we find in the TrunCAD ini file. Yeah, that are these ones. Yeah, and now we will check it. So we double click here on the material set, and I open it here again, and we are searching for 1710. So it's white. I search it here. Okay. So we go here 1710. And when we go with the mouse over it, we see the texture. Yeah, and you see also we have here 9 millimeter material, 9 material sets. I will close it again. Maybe the texture get also loaded in a small one. So because I also want to show you how to use it. So yeah, now they are loaded. Yeah, you see here all 9 material sets. When we click here on the material tab with a double click, and we type in here 1710, they are now also loaded the textures. Yeah, and you see we have the 9 material sets here. To compare it, I will load the ini file, and here is this file. Yeah, you see here that is the last one, the 9th material set. That is this with 4 edge bendings. Here we have on the front and back 1 millimeter edge bending. Here just on the front 1 millimeter edge bending. Here's this one where we have 2 millimeter on the front and 0.5 millimeter on all other edges. And here's a 3 with 2 millimeter edge bendings. And here is the middle one, material set 5, where we don't have any edge bending. So to show you now a smart way to use it, we will minimize it, and we will create here also a new cabinet. So we will divide it in here, and we make here also horizontal one in here and one in here, and we have here a door, and on the bottom right corner 3 drawers. So, and I will copy this cabinet, and we make a distance to the left, and we are copying it again because I want to show you some smart ways how to use it. So we go here to the material tab again. So yeah, we are using now our webinar. You see when here's a add before the material, it means it's created automatically, and then we can start. Yeah, when you just drag and drop here a material over it, you can change it step by step. What you also can do is when you drag it and drop it in here, you see all the dividers, yeah, all horizontals are getting changed because this is a block, yeah. So, and the same for the front, yeah, you can change here the door, and when you change your one material for the front drawers, um, because it is also a block, they are getting changed. Um, all three of them getting changed in one because they belong to one block. So what you can do is when you want to change a single one, therefore we use here a different material set. You can click here only selected part. Then it's also getting turned red. Yeah, so you can change here also one part in a block, like you see here. Yeah, so that is important. And when you want to change, when you activate here all parts of the group, yeah, because all the verticals and horizontals are belonging to a group. Therefore, we use a different material set. Yeah, and I drag it and drop it over here. And you see the whole group is getting changed except this one which we only selected. Yeah. So when you want to change this, you need to drag it and drop it on only selected, then all parts of the group, yeah, which are all horizontals and verticals are changed. Yeah, the same for the fronts. I drag it and drop it here over the uh, front drawer. And you see also the door is getting changed because the fronts, they are belonging to the same group. Yeah. So the corpus or horizontal verticals belonging to a group, the fronts are belonging to a group. Also the back is belonging to a group and the plinths as well. So when you don't want to do it one cabinet by one, you can also click here all cabinets. Yeah. So I will go back to our material. So you can change all cabinets with one drag and drop action. Yeah, for the horizontals and verticals and for the fronts. Okay. Has it a smart way how to use the checkbox in here? Yeah. It's the same also for the back. Now is everything changed. So when we deactivate it, yeah, you can change one by one. And I wanna show you something else because now we went through this. Swap material set we only need when we use it here in a cutting list. Yeah, you can also um, change it in here. Yeah, when you drag and drop materials in a cutting list, you can also change it. That is for the third cabinet. That is for the second one. And this is here for the first one. All right. So I want to delete here one cabinet and we go on. And here I want to delete here the door to show you something else. And we are going here also when we click on the eye and on the yellow cube, you can change here the rendered view, and you see the view is changing, and we want to keep this where here the edge bendings are red. When you see the edge bendings are red, that means, okay, there's 0.5 millimeter thick edge bending on it, and we will change it to use other material. Yeah, therefore, we are using this. We use all parts of the group for all cabinets. And when we drag and drop the material set with 1 millimeter edge bendings, the red will turn into green. Yeah. And when we use the 2 millimeter edge bending, the green will turn in blue. Yeah. So blue means it's a 2 millimeter edge bending, red is 1 millimeter, and red is 1.5 millimeter, and green is 1 millimeter. When it's black, yeah, we have here also the material set. Here where we don't have any edge bending, then it's turning to black. So, yeah. So let's say you want to have for the fronts material set where you have all edge bendings, then you can here also use all parts of group and just drag and drop it on here. Then the fronts have 1 millimeter edge bending on all edges like you see here. And let's say for the rest, you want to have 1 millimeter on the back and front, or only on the front. You can use this or this. Yeah, and then you drag it and drop it over it. And you see you have just on the front a red edge bending, 1 millimeter edge bending, which is green. All right. Yeah, I think that is also clear. And I want to also show you something else, because when you go on here, you can also just change the material and keep the edge bending, or you can change all edge bendings or a single edge bending. Yeah, and therefore we can also use um, different material sets that we um, see the difference. So let's say I want to also change here the view, because then you can also combine different edge bending with different material sets. Here you see it's the same. So, and let's say you want to have here this edge bending of the age 1199, but you want to just change the front edge bending, then you can choose here edge front and drag it and drop it over here. And then you see only not the whole material set changed, just the edge bending on the front has changed. Yeah, or you want to keep the edge bendings like they are now. You just want to change here the material, and you want to have here different material, then you can do it as well. Yeah, then the material changed, but the edge bendings, you see, they are keeping the same. All right. Yeah, that is how you can combine the material sets with the edge bendings. Yeah. So to summarize it, it would just be needed that you only need three materials. Yeah, with one with whole edge bending, where you have on all four edges, edge banding, and one where you don't have any edge banding, and then you can also create it yourself. Yeah, so can use it here where you don't have any edge banding. So we change the complete material. So we need to change here the view. Here you see when it's black, we don't have any edge banding. And let's say you want to have only on the front an edge banding, then you click here, just front edge, and you can use this. Yeah, and only the front edge is changed to 1 millimeter or here to 2 millimeter. Yeah, I know it's more convenient when you usually have only on the front edge banding to create a whole material set. And this is also what you see now. Yeah, when you go here in the TrunCAD ini file, you see how to create your material sets. All right, I think that is clear now, and I thank you for your attention. And next week we are on a winter workshop week, so there won't be a webinar. So we will see us in December, and I'm looking forward to our next webinar. So take care and thank you for your attention. Bye bye.